All right, we're back. It's been about 2 hours. Just did a couple chores, made the bed, hung up a fly trap. You know how it is. I listened to the video and now I feel like the background is too quiet. So I figured I could do this and try to turn up the background. Let's do it like this and this for now. Small adjustment. Turn up the background, turn down the sound effects so these sounds aren't so loud and the background music is still hearable. Hopefully that'll be a good balance of both. I still have the background noises in general turned down in the OBS thing. You can't really see that. I guess I can just show you, huh? Or no, I can't. Or I can? I can. In OBS, I have the background turned down to half, like right here. And then here's my voice part. Ba 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 ba. And I'm trying to find a good balance. Not very perfect, but we're working on it. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Nick?
Yes.
Did you know that Van Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me?
Yeah, why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah, I'm sure she gets a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I murdered a guy, probably.
But I think you're really too strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. But I'm thinking this internally because God forbid we validate and support Maya.
Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm very happy for you.
Hey.
Morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh?
What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearl.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you'd do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
Jesus Christ, this game was made in 98.
Pearly, not this again. Please.
Please, can you do that for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone times.
How are you going to be that sheltered that you don't know what a train is, but you know that people fuck? How is that possible? The fuck is going on at the academy? Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean?
What's going on?
Oh, because I'm about to fucking arrest her mom. Oof. Oofa doof. Like, why would you shelter her like that, though? Like, you're criticizing them for sheltering her. And then you just go super shelter her. Oh, now I'm scared the background music's too loud. Let me be a little safe and turn it down just a slight bit. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let us start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool who wears foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Who cares? Your dad didn't lose one for 40. It's not really as impressive now. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's very nice, Miss Van Karma. Glad to see her in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. Why are we even using euphemisms like spirits? It's like it's a 9-year-old who looks like a 45-year-old now. Like, yeah. It's true what they say. Women are really scared when they fight. Nothing happened. All right, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. All right, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest. The defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain the picture? Are you saying that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said it wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room, and I believe this is when she dropped the key. Can you substantiate that at all? Isn't that what I'm here for? Yeah, that's what I'm asking, you stupid bitch. The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt Morgan Fay to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. What? Your aunt sucks. She got big hair. She's probably going to rip it out. I can't wait to see all the hair explode. Witness, name, and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay. I'm a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. Oh, I didn't do that right. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct?
Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove the spirit. I don't know why I'm trying to tell you. A technique to remove the spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is.
Yes, that is. Ah! You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing the technique, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What? I was outside the room. And then we come to the matter of the heart of the matter. Maya Fay, while possessed in a possessed state, managed to escape the channeling chamber. But I was outside the channeling chamber, directly outside the channeling chamber. Or maybe I was out front. I might have been in the Korean village part. Order. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. What does that mean and why? Maya's escape.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke open the door and entered the chamber.
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please call the police. Yeah, we had to run out to the payphone.
A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze.
I bet you she's not going to call Maya Mystic Maya, and that's going to be like the big breaking point, because like that's the one thing she's been harping on. She's going to reveal her contempt for the main family.
Then quite suddenly she thrust herself away from me and escaped the room.
With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
What?
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause any more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. I sip my cocoa.
That's right. She's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Wright.
Why is she making it a point to stab at me?
Never mind. Mr. Wright, could you please cross-examination? Your cross-examination, please. My auntie is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to crack her in testimony. Disagree. I ain't never found one that I couldn't. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke open the door and entered the chamber. I requested Mr. Wright and the other lady call the police. A pistol was dangling from Miss Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then quite suddenly, she thrust herself away from me and escaped the room. With great strength, she hit me at the back of the neck. I don't feel like there's anything to press on the first three. Let me press the fainting thing. You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she was after that. Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention, I have to wonder myself. It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, dumb fuck. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on her next witness. I can't sense a crack in her testimony. What should we do? For now, we should try and get more information out of her. After we get more information, we may be able to use it later. Okay, we'll start from the beginning and just push everything. Just then you said those two. Who's the two people you're referring to? It's me. The foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lot is not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful.
Hey, fuck you, bitch. And Phoenix said I could already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I requested that... Here. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. Want to hear the end of that sentence? Yeah. She's not so sly. She just fucking gave up the ghost. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad enough people have a good impression of her. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. A pistol. During our investigation, you stated that the defendant struck you on the head, and that strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I do. I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. So go to jail. Instant jail. Perjury. But why would you lie to us like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. Objection. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. So she's an unreliable witness. Question further. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It's only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something so very unexpected. Something unexpected? Pray tell, what did she... Wah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing... if you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there was always later. Yeah, okay, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like a rock in my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then quietly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. Uh-huh. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. We already know the Kurain village technique, yep. That was pretty stupid. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. Hey, fuck you, Judge. And from what she said, we can establish that she did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come around and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber? Ah! Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak to a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Yep. Then who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Meeny? I think you can see where this is headed. Like, yes. Witness name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What the fuck is parapsychology? Let's see. It's like what most people call the occult. Even if that's what most people call it, that doesn't mean I know what that means. I suggest you go home and do the research. It's your job. Like, professional witness. I need to make a decision. I can't go home. Yes, sir. Oh, God, I hate the judge. Now then, Miss Meany, after the murder took place, you spoke with Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess. If that is the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, ma'am. For the love of all things, Your Honor, have some spine. All right, here we go. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the side room. Like, really suddenly. I was like, oh, God, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy, but, like, in a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. She just confessed to a murder on the spot. I heard it. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? I mean, all that except this voice. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really, now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying the spirit of this that was the spirit of the witness's sister? It seems like a conspiracy. No? Yes, it was Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you said you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. I'm like, do I really have to? Of course. Miss Meanie, please. Christ, string together a coherent sentence. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. There was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was like murdered by like that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eni? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Yes. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe the spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow, but you will swallow it, scum. However, all of the evidence and testimony point to this is the truth. I bow the end. Salute. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all loose ends are accounted for. I haven't used most of my evidence, Your Honor. I haven't been able to ask a single fucking question. Oh, he said all of this testimony wasn't made up. Was it really a lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most spun lies can be undone. We could do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there's room for doubt. Why don't Mia? It's your sister. Why don't you hop up on the stand here? Like, you could be the lawyer. There is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spats out more foolishly foolish trouble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. You mean the last where I fucking obliterated you? And got a bitch. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. So how do you know that, bitch? Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I like think they were sesame seeds like in the lunch they served. I had this like premonition that it was totally gonna be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Like, maybe, like, before 11? Something, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, like, my stomach is, like, totally ready for food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm asking what time it is right now. I meant what time when someone came into your room. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more clear about it. All right, my bad. No, like, it's okay. Like, it's really... Huh? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about the person that entered the side room. What time was the murder? What was the official time of death? There just isn't one. Cool. I guess that's not important then, huh? I was like, oh my god, it's totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess. Was it or was it not your sister? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First of all, my name's not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? I like hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy, but like in a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise after seeing a dead one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like knew all about the Kurain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, that's what she said. Should I drop this? No, we should question this shit. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? Maybe you should have thought it was a dream or something? Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! You're not allowed to whip me, bitch. Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using it once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really important? It's very important. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured it out. But I've got a bluff for now to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. All right, Mr. Wright, Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all. Like, her costume looked, like, totally normal. So, there's nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing, like, weird. He's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I go? The costume should be covered in blood. Yeah. That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eenie. Huh? What you're babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It is well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines, are we now, Phoenix? Bitch, I'm trying to save your sister's life. Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said there's nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think you were... I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at the picture. This is the picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Mr. Meanie. Why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying, not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Like... Order, Miss Meanie. What is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Oh, it's almost like she's her sister. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, sorry, like, I didn't mean to snap. Now then, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. It's because he's being physically abused after the murder part 2. Like, the side room is, like, kind of dark, you know? So, no, it's not. It's open to the sun. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. What? I thought you couldn't see the blood, so how'd you know she murdered someone? Okay. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramp. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. It wouldn't have been dark. I wonder if I can show the map to prove that. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside the room. What? Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, how's my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this bright little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe, let me get out of here. And I, like, persuaded my sister that, like, it wasn't right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. I'm just realizing as well, when she opened her eyes, it looked like her sister. But, like, I think she knew she had done something really bad, and, like, she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking revenge on Dr. Gray made her, like, feel a lot better. I'd feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says that with her whip at the rate. To kill me? And, like, Miss Morgan was, like, the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Like, sure. Was there anything unusual or strange or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, what do you mean? Like, when you, Oh, we're going to the crime scene. Did you notice, Pearl putting together the vase? Like, no, nothing strange. She should have noticed Pearl putting together the ceramic jug. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. Are you certain? That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to the court. It's very important that I ask because it's very important. Not that I know. I do know where I'm going with this. Like, I don't get it, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone. Okay, so we present... is it the broken vase? Okay, it is. I didn't know if I did present the vase or Pearl. I finally found the fault, or I guess or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? No, I don't open my eyes. Like, what does that prove? Can I feel the urn? Who cares about some worn out old urn? I'd love it if in the other room you just heard, like, the aunt be like, you bitch! Like, yeah. I already heard, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything like an urn, did I? Looks like you still don't understand. I proposed that you had really been walking along the winding way. I proposed that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. Take that! Oh, that's right. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Frey's daughter, Pearl Frey. Mia, turn into Pearl. Get Pearl back. Yes, how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh, and she just happened to break this urn. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yup, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Nah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. She was sitting in the middle of the winding way. Wah! Waluigi, Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Well, she doesn't open her eyes. Grr. I think that I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. Aw. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. But you're being whipped from the prosecutor who's been calling you like a groveling coward of a man, and then I say you're a liar, and he's like, whoa, bro, you will be civil in my court. The one who needs to watch what she says is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says she was... says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I said it's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction there. A contradiction? What is the contradiction? Oh, it's in her testimony because her ball is in the thing that's in the side room. Maybe? Pearl's ball is always kept in the clothes thing in the side room. Help me, Mia, just to make sure. I may have overreached. Is it possible? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradictions there, so you want me to help you out. Yes, please help me. Please, I need your help right now. Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That she slipped up with her words. Her words. If she was really in the side room the entire time, that she should have testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. Oh, sure. A contradiction? Where's the contradiction? In your testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meanie, you said you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling room, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not in there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the winding way. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go to the side room and one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meanie, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie, so now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. She was already in the channeling chamber. Miss Meenie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? Yes, I'm implicating her. That's right. Miss Meenie was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why I would... Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Yeah, she was in the, she was behind this in the box, I'm gonna guess. Behind the folding screen. Ah, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There's no way anyone was hanging out behind the screen. See, you stupid jerk? Yeah, it is her. Look at her eyes. Quick to pin it on me, you slime ball. I guess I should use a different voice when she breaks character. Now, Mrs. Meenie. One as young as you shouldn't be saying, shut it, Gramps. And as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry, Jesus. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Bam! In the clothing box, which was missing from the room. Miss Meenie, how were you able to hide yourself in the scene of the crime? Is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Eee! That tiny little box, no person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved it when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping in there, so I would know. The clothing box was in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove? Yes, I can, because there's a bullet hole in it. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove it. I mean, it's the clothing box again. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. There isn't any sort of evidence in that old thing. This, what on earth? Ah! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. All right, it's dramatic timing. There's a hole. It's about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It has a hole at the exact same height. That's right. I hope that this has opened your eyes to what happened. I didn't put that together, that because they were at the same height, one was behind the other. I didn't really put that together. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and into the box. So why didn't Eenie get shot? Miss Meenie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance. Oh, it's because she got out of the box and replaced Maya at some point. Yes, you were waiting for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what do you say? Objection! Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? You're saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside of the closing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No. Stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretend the defendant killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person. Read your own subtext. You can't be serious. Miss Meenie, you had an accomplice. Bam! Take that. Grr, this person. If it wasn't from someone from Kureen Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't for someone from the Fey household, you couldn't have used the box. Morgan Fey. Isn't that the wonderful lady who testified earlier? She gave me freshly grown strawberries. What do you have to say, Miss Meenie? You shot Mr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Or 1 hand. I don't know how you get down. Do you deny it? Here we go. Huh. Oh. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime beforehand. Dressed in the medium's costume, wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the two of you both. Towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged my Faye with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Mr. Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yeah, bang. Stay strapped. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and shot him in the fucking head. Brutal. And after that, you and the other lady break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is clearly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing it, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meany, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that's the sort of deception that would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Rah! Duh! Nobody's whispering. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, but are you still by chance evolving? What does that mean? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of the Von Karma blood would lose due to someone so petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And what is that? The motive. If this witness is the real murderer, then why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Yeah, well, that's, yeah, like, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. No, she's being normal. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I want to know, too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of the reason. It's yeah. This one. Hey there! Ha. Just as I thought, you bore me with your silly answers. Was that not right? Oh, no. You think I would do this all to get revenge for my sister's death? Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has ever proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? I didn't imply that. What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then I would have waited this long. And thighs, the guy who thought the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. I was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, he's, yeah. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. Do I lose just because I get the end? I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Meany stated is very true. The revenge trail is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Frey to cooperate. You don't even have truly decisive pieces of evidence. Tis you so many faults, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should really learn your place. Do I lose? Can I do something else? I hope you liked your slice of humble pie, which is what she told me the other time. Do I lose? Or is this... Hold it. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yes, it does sound ridiculously messed up. A ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Mr. Gray. And there's also a reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say you can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you provide the reason? Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show substantively and the fact that Miss Meany had a motive. Ha ha ha, you're too bad, too late. My cross-examination has already died after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win, alright? As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix, right? And I don't care if you're my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. So she's respectable slightly. Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue cross-examination after we reconvene. To be continued. I'll probably keep going a little bit. Well, I'll do the next part. Because we're trying to bring this bitch to justice. I mean, I have the whole thing licked. June 22nd, defendant lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way that Eni could have killed Dr. Bay by herself. And under the circumstances, no one else other than your aunt, Morgan, could have helped.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt...
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Ooh, Von Karma looking thick. Ach, Miss Von Karma.
Why are you here? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Looking down on you even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do, I won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And we'll know who the real winner is. I'll have to look up what the fuck happened at the end of the first game. I do not remember. I don't remember. Miles and her dad are dead? Like, I don't get the... The court will now convene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Meeny and Dr. Britt. Yeah. It's the patients that died and all that. Please testify about this car accident. I thought, like, you wanted to ask about my motive. I, like, don't see the point of bringing up the past. Miss Meany, if you please, you stupid bitch. Okay, I, like, totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident, witness testimony. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And then the night of the accident, she was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of the jolt, and it was, like, a sea of flames around me, and I, like, opened the door and got away. I think I've heard of this accident. It was all the talk on the tabloid show day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Ah! Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. I guess we may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact kill Miss Meany's sister. Yeah, which means that I'll have to work this from another angle. Okay. I want to know why she was tired, I guess. I guess I'll ask about the incident. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines got, like, mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis? That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means, as far as real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. I was, like, it's because it was her. I was, like, totally pooped, too. Well, I guess we'll ask about the tiredness. She was totally tired. Do you mean exhausted? Like, I had to talk to the police and, like, being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder that the car accident happened then, huh? So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you even talking about? I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was tired, you should have driven her. True. That's kind of a dick move. But, like, I don't have a driver's license. Yes, you do, bitch. This is news to me. I was not aware you did not have your license, Miss Meany. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Okay, we got her there. And I like, what? I was like totally pooped. Okay, there we go. Miss Meany, that was a lame lie you just told now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a driver's license back then. This is a photo. I got it from your stalker. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Meanie? That's like, God, you're such a Scorpio. Jesus. Should have known because Jupiter was in retrograde. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it, bitch. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be the homeless person that I'm using as testimony in court. The literal madman. What are you talking about, you perverted? Are you talking about that perverted fake client director? Yes, that perverted fake client director. Youch. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive the driver's license? Like last November. Oh, that's not when the accident happened. The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's right. That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license. Urgh. Ouch. Cry, and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched seats. I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like wouldn't have let. I don't think my sis would have let me drive. Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive? Oh, that's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Meanie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, I didn't mean to be mean. Like, around the time I was getting really close to getting my license, my sis was like... a totally big fan of cars and really like highly value them. She had like gotten this really shiny red sports car. She said, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So like I killed her ass. So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. I see the bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense will question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I don't understand what's controversial here. Like, around the time I was really close to getting my license, my sister was like a big fan of cars. Let's ask about the car thing. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at like a drop of rain and like, she would notice that someone like touched the car with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage? Press harder. Why did she take such a special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand new spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't like want to get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? Did she get bribed to take the fall for the clinic? Is that what the implication is? Is that Dr. Gray bribed her? I would think that the cars would get dirty and is just another fact of life, but I guess people really love cars think otherwise. It was a new car? Yeah. She had like just gotten it from like the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? Judge, are you here right now? And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I have a feeling that was bound to come up. Your Honor, yes, please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about the being a special import car? Yes, well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point, though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Meanie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. From England. What does England matter? Article, oh, let me see. Sorry, I don't see anything in the report about the car mattering. Do I just keep pushing her on that? I'm just gonna keep pressing about it. I've pressed this like 4 times. I yield, but I don't really know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. She seems to be getting really butthurt about the cars. Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive. Their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. Are we in America? This is I didn't know that Phoenix, I thought, okay, we're in America. Oh no. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, isn't it kind of goofy? You, what do you know? That sleek shape, the purr of the engine, the wild way it's smart, the smooth handling, the raw feeling of the transmission. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of the hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by beat, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Yeah, she's the one that likes it. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track. So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night. And? Oh. The passenger seat was the left side, right? It should have been? Does that matter? It was the significance of it being a European car could be the side that the passenger seat was on. And that's when the incident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it. Do you really think so? Believe. There's a path. I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second. I have it. I already know what we're trying to get at. I just don't know what to... Hold it. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer has never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? I don't see what I can do here. To prove this. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna get fucking obliterated. I meant to hit the thing to go to the portraits. Fuck. My points. I guess I'll do this. Was your sister good at driving? She was like totally awesome. She like such a... Nah, I already did this. Fuck. I'll push again on the England car thing. I'm gonna leave it alone. Miss Meanie, I believe you could continue. Okay, no, that wasn't right though. Let me ask another... Let me see if there's something else in this part. British car's good, blah, blah, blah. I don't see the benefit. Like, huh? Some kind of goofy thing. What do you know? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to look it up. I don't understand. I'm so close. I already know the answer. I just need help getting to what you want. Help me help you. The newspaper clipping? I already looked at that. I don't see how the newspaper clipping had... On a highway center divide, one of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage. I dropped the... Then there was this crash. But I opened the right door. Oh, it does say the right door. Fuck. So that's where it is. Sorry. It was the side of that the car was on. Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? I just didn't... God, I should have noticed that. It was an article about the incident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side of the passenger seat? On the left or the right? Well, of course, it would be the right side, because the driver's on the left side. That would be correct if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger would be on the left side. What do you mean by this? Judge, please. Miss Meanie, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the car door, but if you were sitting there, that means you were in the driver's seat. Order in the court! Order! 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 I think he's doing that at this point. I think he's doing that to get whipped. He was like, order, order, order. Oh, look, I'm judging. Order. Hope no thickie whips me. Order, please. Oh. Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Ennie's the same person who was driving was... Ennie said the person who was driving was our older sister, Mimi Miney. That's what Ennie said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us are making a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court who was really driving that night. It was Mimi Miney. After all, that would be the only person that could drive. But you just said the witness, Eenie Meenie, was in the driver's seat, which is what leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at witness right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The witness's name... This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi Miney. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstructions, the surgeons use a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought, however, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of Eenie Meenie. Isn't that right, Mimi Meenie? Yeah, she said Eenie at the beginning. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Eenie Meenie, I mean. Her sister Mimi, who stole her face, was then reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. I keep going back between Eenie Meenie Miney. Your Honor, I'm sure that you can see now why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Ah! What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. That's what I had said earlier, to try to call her back. Because then it's like the far plane. It wouldn't work. The fact that would have been discovered during the channeling, so the witness had to stop it. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes, before the channeling. Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about the communication with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Da, 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 da. Well, Miss Eenie... Ah! Why did you just say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. My real name is Mimi Meenie. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. Good to know you thought your sister was a dumb bitch the whole time. And I was so finally close to ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Meenie was wanted because of the incident. That's the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. It was Mimi Meenie. The mistake was caused by the nurse, a nurse by the name of Mimi Meenie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meenie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing could not have been worse. 14 patients dying in the incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away the past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imaginations. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of the channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eenie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it all. My sister was such a stupid bitch. But I had to take up her interests. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Mimi choose to go to such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay choose to help her? Regardless, one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant Maya Frey. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma. Going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Help, 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 help. Put her on the stand next. I'm dead. I've died. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix. The court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, I'm just going to ignore all of that. It looks like some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I'll go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Ah, we did it. Ah, yeah. Who's whistling in the courtroom? That is all. The court is adjourned. Are we not going to fucking get the aunt on the stand for aiding and abetting a murder? Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Do, 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 do. It's good to see you, Maya. Oh, it's good to see you, Maya. How you doing?
Sis, I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream.
You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a very familiar scent.
A familiar scent?
I was inside the clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes a long time ago.
That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the chamber door herself, and then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Frey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned to the smallest detail.
Nick!
Congratulations, Maya.
Thank you. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know, but...
I really don't want something like this to ever happen again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick, but every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt did something so horrible. Why would she plan to help Mimi mind you with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
No, bitch, I didn't. My fucking aunt tried to murder me.
Why she needed it was, for Pearl.
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born to the Kurain village, and that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and...
The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual pressure is too weak. The next person would be Pearl.
Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was so Pearl would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that. That's pretty fair. I'm kind of a fuck up, to be honest. I would choose Pearl too. Fuck me.
Did Maya just say something right now? I think she said I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center, solitary confinement cell 13.
My precious Pearl, you were the only one suitable to be the master of Kurain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brain-dead nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with the whip-happy prosecutioner. It was all along to unseat the annoying, witless main family girl.
Sorry,
that Maya Fey.
God, I forgot her voice.
But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Is the case over? Wait, what? I still had a ton of evidence I never used. Like the burnt scrap of the clothing and stuff like that. I guess I showed it to somebody else. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Big Top. I guess, yeah, I would describe Von Karma as a big top for sure. Okay, we made it. Good episode. Oh, it's only an hour. I thought it would take longer than that. Okay. You should have plenty of fucking shit to watch. And Zach's coming over for the 4th of July today, so I'm probably going to be done for the day on this and start cleaning the house and stuff. I love you. Good luck and Belize. Did I just save? Fuck. Prepare to... Wait, I think I saved, right? I'm pretty sure I saved. I'm going to take the chance. I love you. Oh, have we made it to the inevitable clown-clusion? Okay, I love you. We'll see the... It sucks that we already know the reveal that her boobs are fake, because that would have been really funny. Okay, I love you. Bye.